it's Minnie St. Clair here, and I'm 38 on a journey to become a millionaire. And guess what? Tomorrow I turn 39. Yay! If you haven't already, you should buy me a coffee for my birthday. It's a big day. It's 39. So, journey to become a millionaire living with a disability. It's not too late. Yes, I can do it with a disability, and we're going to find out how in this video. Okay, so this is January. I I know it's mid-February. I'm well aware of when I'm uploading the video. I'm actually uploading the video a day before my birthday. I'm trying to get this up before February is over. And not February, January budget went pretty smooth for what happened in January. January, I was living off of December. I made money in December, and then there was tax credits, Christmas money. I did a survey for a disability support network called DEAN, which is Disability Empowerment Equity Network. They were doing a participant survey for disability and race for people of color that live with a disability. They paid $50. That came in January. So here's every dollar. Okay, we're January. Okay, good. So there's January 2024. This is all that came in for January, $2,020.86, which was New Year's Eve, Grandma sent me Christmas money. Then December 20th, this disability sent me the monthly payment for January in December. It's always what comes in the last day of the month is for the next month, except for in December. It comes early in December, but you're supposed to spend December and January, which is the longest stretch of being on disability income support, which tends to be the most depressing time for me for some reason because the whole year is just everyone's remembering about Christmas, and my family may or may not remember, like, just too many things in December. Like, I shut down in December, and I kind of pick back up around February, which is my birthday, which is tomorrow. So this is kind of why you're seeing what happened to the video. And we've been on this journey, financial independent journey, a pretty long time. I been documenting my progress since 2018. I got interested in it in 2017. I did something about it in 2018. Then I filed a consumer proposal in 2019. Then I got discharged from the consumer proposal August 2020. Then I rebuilt my credit in 2021. That's just what happened. I could have rebuilt my credit faster, but I wanted to get in the rhythm of saving money, having savings, looking at my bank account and be like, hey, that's mine. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And then 2021, got on rebuilding credit. Then the year after, I got my second credit card. Then I got a third credit card. And right now, we're just trying to pay off credit cards, increase savings, increase investing, and figure out when I'm going back to college. So, yeah, that is what we're doing. So, January, $2,020.86. That's what came in. What got spent was not this number. The thing about every dollar, where we're going to stop using every dollar. So this is the last, I think April, I could stop using every dollar. Or March. We'll see. I'm going to stop using every dollar. The thing about every dollar, their basic account no longer has the baby step roadmap. This is all about using every dollar. I know how to use every dollar. And then the baby steps. Like, it doesn't have that anymore. Oh, it does. Oh, it's here. See, me looking for this, it's just annoying. It's super annoying. Like, to figure out where I'm at in the baby steps, they keep moving this thing. Why do they keep moving it? I don't know. It used to be one of these little tabs right here. I get they added the paycheck planner for people that have regular paychecks, which is great. But then for people that are self-employed, um, it works. Like, okay, I'm not knocking every dollar. I just outgrown every dollar. Like, if you were on your financial journey and you were just starting out, especially for my people that are on disability, that are making money, and they want to build wealth, I would tell you to get every dollar. Like I totally would tell you to get every dollar. The only reason is the way that Dave Ramsey teaches his baby steps. You organize your entire life in a way that you could build wealth. Because it's not like, oh, I did it, you can do it. It's organized in a system that millions of people have done it. Even people on disability have done it. So sometimes Dave Ramsey's debt-free screams, it's a person with a disability who paid off a lot of debt, who's now no longer on disability, whether it's veteran disability, social security disability, whatever the disability income benefit program they were on, they follow the baby steps and they're no longer on it. The only thing they have to worry about is their medical costs, which means they have more money because they figured a way to make money. You have to make money to do the baby steps. If you only have your fixed income from disability and nothing else, you're going to have a hard time living on that long term. You're going to have a hard time going into retirement age after age 65 for Canada, and I think it's 62 or 59 and a half in the United States, being on disability. And then if depending on what disability program you're getting, you're taking money from your future self in your present self, and you're going to have nothing for the future self, and it's going to be a struggle. It's food banks. It's on Twitter disability begging for mutual aid funds because you didn't make more money. Yeah, I like for the people that are working and on disability that are still struggling, y'all need to talk to a financial professional. I did. And we cleared up so much for me. When I filed the consumer proposal, I really thought I could do it. I had a payday loan, I had a credit card, and almost all of my disability amount was going into the payday loan, the installment loan. $379 is going to it. I had to figure out a way I couldn't live. I couldn't make groceries. I couldn't survive. It just wasn't a good thing. Like, no. And then there's more predatory loans coming up on apps online. And every one of you that has a wish list or a GoFundMe or something on disability Twitter hashtag, y'all are on the internet. You can make money on the internet. Your disability is always going to be there. Then get somebody who understands the information of how to build an online business to make the online business for you in your name so that you can make more money. Like if you are on disability and you yourself don't fully understand the concepts of making money online, doing it in a way that is profitable, revenue driven, growing, scaling online business, and there's so many of them. There's affiliate marketing, there's network marketing, there's coaching, there's drop shipping, there's digital. If you're really good at making a digital product, people are buying digital products. People are buying my spreadsheets. I got really good at learning basic formulas in a spreadsheet, and I made the ODSP income self-employment calculator spreadsheet in my budget. People are buying it. It's fantastic. Typically, when someone buys me a coffee, it's because they're also getting one of my spreadsheets. Yeah, so if you physically yourself cannot do it, you need a business partner to help you. I'm not going to be that business partner. I'm not. I thought about it like in my brainstorming business ideas to help people with a disability, and I thought it was a way that I can do the done for you, done with you business model that I hear about in the network marketing, online marketing space. And I can't, because the limitation, the victim mentality, the scarcity mentality, the scared of losing disability benefits mentality, I can't do with it by myself. And then I can't add yours on top of mine. I can only deal with mine. And I'm trying to reprogram mine to build wealth in these financial baby steps. That's where we're still on this page of financial baby steps. So January, real quick, we spent $1,930.76. $1,244 and a penny went to housing. Lifestyle got $321.60. Then savings got $150. Investing, zero went to investing. And then $215.15 went to debt repayment. Those are typically minimum payments. And then January 31st, ODSP payment should have paid my rent, but it was still on the old amount for my rent, $937.03. So I had to pay the difference of $23.42 to equal $960.45 for my rent for February 1st. Then in December, we made money in December. It got reported in January by the 7th of the month to be on the payment date for January 31st. So then I ended up made money in December, reported by January 1st, payment date January 31st. So then this, oh, it's over here. Hold on. This became the $100 work-related benefit. Now, we really hope in the month of February that I make enough money for the rest of February to have a net profit of minimum $100 so that I can get a $100 work-related benefit added onto my March ODSP check, but the payment date of February 29 to go in for the month of March to set me up for the month of April based on how much money I make in March to continue on in April. Yeah. So typically what you don't know, I don't think you notice, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I can plan my budget 3 months at a time. January, February, March, I know I pretty much know roughly what's going to happen for the entire year for ODs, like the disability check. So the disability amount, I roughly know I'll get this every single month, every month until we know income minus expenses equals net profit in my business. Then it does the calculations. Yeah, like my business runs every single month, and I need to focus on making money every month so that I can increase my assets, increase my net worth, pay down credit card, and just be financially independent and financially independent, independent, yeah, less dependent, more independent, and financially sufficient. It's a bunch of financial self-sufficient, taking charge of my financial future on my own. And that's it. That was January. Look at it. This is how it looks in the pie chart. So we took out the transportation section because I put in lifestyle, make it easier. Because transportation is only the Presto card for the transit system, and now they made the transit system can go all over the transit systems. I need to try that out one day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah, and then housing, and then debt repayment, savings, all that. Here, 4 categories. No, 5, because investing, but there was no investing in January. Then credit cards. I need to pay down the credit cards. I need to bring up my emergency fund higher, and then pay down some credit cards and investing. So eventually, this is it. Oh yeah, this should be just renamed debt management. Debt management. I'm managing my debt. I'm not trying to go for zero debt. I'm trying to manage my debt so I have always put myself in a position of having good credit. Like being low income, being on disability, statistically, people who have low income, super low incomes, have horrible credit. It's because they don't have the income to rebuild their credit. But here's the thing, you have to have the income to rebuild your credit. And plus, ODSP is not going to cover everything. They are not. Like, you're constantly just be begging for help. I don't want to do that. I don't. I'm happy to sell you a spreadsheet on my Buy Me a Coffee page so that it helps you in something in your financial journey. And the big popular thing I have in my spreadsheet stuff is the ODSP estimator calculator. Yeah, that's what January went. January's done. We're good. Next section of this wonderful video is February. Then at the end of the video, you'll see me explain more about the ODSP income calculator budget. But we're good for January. January's closed out. January's done. Enjoy my birthday for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really can I get cake? I think I could get cake. Oh, I'm buying cake. I'm gonna buy cake for my birthday. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so we're doing February, the budget, the spending plan for February, and we're halfway to February. Tomorrow's my birthday. So, yeah, this whole video is me telling you to buy me a coffee to celebrate my birthday. And yes, buy me a coffee and celebrate my birthday. I encourage it for the whole month, whole year of buying me a coffee. Plus, every time you buy me a coffee, supports the channel. Then also it helps me pay down debt. Groceries, definitely groceries. Food's expensive out there. Your girl gotta eat. And I cook. I'm now practicing making beef shank, braised beef shank. It's kind of nice. It totally is. But the thing about it, I can only get two at a time, and there's not enough beef. I need to buy more. So, yeah, here's February. Housing, lifestyle, saving, investing, debt repayment. So far, that came in for February was $200. I transferred $200 from the emergency fund so I can make sure minimum payments on my credit cards were taken care of so that I can focus on the next. Actually, no, the minimum payment for Capital One would come out on the 18th, but it's fine. It's probably gonna be 192 because typically it's $192. And my credit score is going up. It's like it went from 602 to 627, and it's because a lot of the not so good things on my credit report, they're falling off. Because thing about a credit report, a lot of the things on your credit report, they fall off with time, and rebuilding your credit takes time. And 2019, I filed a consumer proposal, so that was a ding on my credit report. Then I paid that off in 9 months. I wanted to pay it off as quick as I could so that it would help come off my credit report as fast as it could. And then I got Capital One gave me back a credit card. Then Canadian Tire gave me a credit card. Then Simply Financial pre-approved me for a credit card. So I'm trying to pay off everybody in time, on time, as fast as I can, so that eventually I'm going to close out the Canadian Tire card. I'm probably going to close out the Capital One card because it's an annual fee of $59. But Capital One has another credit card that has pre-approval before you apply for the card. So depending on how well my credit score is going, I may have that card. And then I'm trying to get back a credit card with another bigger bank. Either, there's 5 big banks. So I already have CIBC. There's Scotia. There's CIBC, right? Red, green, blue, blue. All right, so blue is BMO and RBC. RBC is Royal Bank. BMO is Bank of Montreal. And Bank of Montreal invented one of the credit cards that the whole world is using. Guess in chat which one. Then TD. TD was my first bank, which I would like to have a credit card back there again. Then I learned that TD is also MBNA. So if, depending on my credit scoring, all that, and money, like I know if I have savings at TD, they're more likely to give me a credit card. So I kind of need to make sure that there's where I bank has not me using all of their products so that I get credit. It's just a thing I've noticed. If you want to rebuild with a bank or build at a bank, it's a good idea to use all of their products that they have, because they just see you as, a loyal whatever customer, and it just helps you long term if you are the person that's building credit so that you can build your wealth. There's a way of building credit to build wealth. Like, yeah, and no, I don't follow everything Dave Ramsey says, because a lot of his advice doesn't work in Canada at all. Like, it doesn't. I'm not even gonna try. So yeah, February. What came in for February? Wait, no. I need the other budget. I need every dollar. Show me February. Here's every dollar. And the thing about every dollar, I'm going to stop using it because the credit card section. So I got an account with YNAB. You need a budget. And we've been working with this, and it's helping. I see all of my accounts. I have to assign Like it has to be green first, then I assign, then I do the activity. It took me a while to figure that out because there's so many features and so many ways of entering information in YNAB. And once the data that you input is in there or it pulls it from your bank account is in there, it's very, very difficult to move it around. It's so easier to move around your data in every dollar in a manual account because it's not connect. Every dollar cannot connect to my Canadian bank account. YNAB can't. YNAB can connect to my Canadian bank accounts perfectly fine. I've tried. I don't like the information it pulls. It pulls way too much information, way too much details that I don't need to know. I just need to know grocery store, how much did I spend? That's it. So I manually enter in all of my transactions into YNAB for the accounts I use on the personal budget. Then I made another file for the business budget. And this here, we were doing the profit first system by Mike McAllowitz in the business budget. So there's income, profit, close these out, make them smaller. So income, profit, gross income. This is also owner's pay, my taxes in the GST account, then operating expenses, and there's an extra account for my business savings account, which is I have like a business savings that may pay down credit cards or it's there sitting there for legal fees in the business. Then there's business travel. Business travel is also personal vacations, but I may just make business travel and not have the personal budget track the business travel savings vacation fund because traveling for business, I can only claim 2 of them a year with the CRA. So then one of the travels won't be claimed on my business because they only let you claim a limited amount of business travel. So that, but I think it might be different rules. Like there's corporation rules in the tax code, then there's sole proprietor partnership Form T2125 tax rules that are on your personal tax return that have tax rules. So when I get enough money in the business savings, legal fees, professional fees account, I will hire the accountant to figure out, does it make sense to become the corporation? Does it make sense to do more business travel for business purposes? Because I'm involved in, like when I actually add up all my income streams, I'm involved in a lot of companies that do business travel. Like Flirt for Free is probably the best one that I know in the webcam industry that does business travel. They rent out the whole resort for all of their models and celebrate them and recognize them for the sales and performance that they do on the website. I really want to participate in that. I've been with them a long time. It's just a matter of getting serious, getting focused, getting intentional, and doing all these things. And that's the thing about why I like YNAB, to use it as my budgeting software instead of every dollar. With YNAB, you have to be intentional. It literally lets you know that you overspent in a certain category. Which, does it do that now? It was doing it in January. My test run for January, it was letting me know that I had overspending. Underfunded, money available. Okay, money available. Nothing for underfunded. Oh yeah, credit card. Here we go. This is a good thing. So I need, what do I need for this one? Some of your categories are hidden. Okay, but which one's underfunded? Which one is overspent? Oh, we cleared it up. Oh, when did we do what? I know I deleted everything and started over. I don't, we, this whole year is me learning YNAB for business and personal. The whole year, we're gonna phase out every dollar completely. We've done every dollar from 2018, 19, 2018, 19. Because I took FPU like 3 times, but the last time I took FPU, it was just frustrating. Like I'm in the FPU class. The coaches only know American information. They have no idea the resources and options I have in Canada. So when I tell them the resources and options I have in Canada, they give me advice and their opinion based on what they know in America. Doesn't help me. I'm doing my due diligence in the country I live in, which is Canada. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so every dollar, it was great. Every dollar got me started. Every dollar got me on track. Every dollar got me focused. Every dollar got me believing I am a good money manager and I can become wealthy. Like I will work towards becoming a millionaire. And the January section, we went over the budget. Not budget, the net worth. Oh, I changed this to brown. Um, Conditional, alternate colors. Yeah, we changed that to brown because okay, I think that's okay. This should be darker. We'll figure out a darker color for that one. Um, yeah, so with my net worth for January, like we went over the budget in January, um, the $72,299 will get bigger over time. And then I'm adding to it. I'm adding to my investments. The whole dollar cost averaging and making sure I'm maxing out all my accounts. And then eventually I'll be able to have enough money coming in that'll contribute to the Canada pension plan. Like, I really would like to turn 65 and have money that's higher than social assistance. Because there's GIS, which is guaranteed income supplement. Then there's OIS, old age security. Then there's CPP. I would like to have some CPP coming to me when I turn 65. And then if there's enough assets, I may not qualify for GIS because of what we're doing for the future. Like the way that people give me advice, which I don't like, they give me advice as if my current financial situation is my future situation, when my current situation doesn't predict my future situation at all because I decide how that changes. Like the what I did in the past, like I had zero savings, had no hope in hell of making any income, but now I have $72,000 of net worth. I did something. Past self did something for future self now, which is present self, to have something to talk about in this video of I have $72,000 net worth as assets minus debt, $72,000 mine. So future self, we know the $72,000 is going to grow. I'm not going to touch it. There's no reason for me to touch it. If I want to touch any money, it's going to be my emergency fund. So me, the savings section of this wonderful budget, this is where we need to worry about. The investment section, I can't just go and pull money out of it. Like even with my taxable account, if I when I opened it, because the way it's like you can open a lot of your accounts online without talking to somebody, but I opened one of them at one of my banks. So when I opened it at my bank, I filled out the profile, and then as I did research on the portfolios that they had available to me, there was one of them I really wanted that was more diversified. Then I want to change it. Then the compliance department called me to verify why am I changing it. And the taxable account, the way that I filled out the profile, they want me to stick with the profile, the investment risk profile, for a period of time, like 10 years or so, before I go fiddling around with my investments. Like I'm not living off like all my investment section, the big orange section of the budget. This is long term. This is a long ride in this section right here. All the short term stuff is credit card spending, it is savings account, it is what do we do in the lifestyle category, and then the housing costs. I would like to buy a house. I'm looking into companies that do co-ownership for home ownership. I met with two of them. They have properties I like in the city I want to live in for the price I want to pay for until I'm ready to buy it out in full, in cash, maybe, or a mortgage. And I'm good to go. We have a lot of things to look forward to. Tomorrow I'm 39. I almost said 29. Tomorrow I'm 39. 3, 9. 3, 9 equals 12. Right? 3 plus 9 is 12. I'm 39 tomorrow. From 39 to 50, the next 11 years is the big section of my life of increasing my net worth, financial independence, financial freedom, financial stability, and no longer on the Ontario Disability Support Program. And whether I do it as a slow pace crawl or I find a way to increase it as fast as possible while working with a team who has other methods of increasing the net worth faster, or I go to school, I learn a new skill, all those things. Each section of what I'm doing, e- each month, it's me moving towards somewhere in the net worth section of the budget, which wasn't there before. I wasn't tracking my net worth before, and we are. So February is a very interesting month. Like, we have a birthday, we need to work, we need to put money in savings, we need to put money in investing, we need to pay down some credit cards, and we're off to the races. So next section now, we're going to go over the whole ODSP and work calculator because I already recorded it. You just need to go watch it. I'm trying to talk too long in the February section because it's only February. Like, this is just February. So this is what I have for you for February. Um, yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in a little bit when I talk about working on the ODSP support program, how that calculator works, and it looks real good. It looks real good. So I didn't really like February is nice. End of the month, we'll see February. Like, really. Like, February, look at this. Housing, lifestyle, savings, investing, debt repayment. $1,267.43 went to housing costs, which is rent, tenant insurance, hydro, internet, cell phone. Everything is paid up. I got a text message that my bills are ready for cell phone and internet, but they're paid. I prepaid them the last day of January, and then the bill came in today or yesterday. They're zero. They're at zero because they're paid. Same thing with rent. Rent is prepaid from the disability check. Then I paid the difference of 23.42, which was here. I paid the difference of 23.42, and then the disability office check arrived on time, and it's processed on my account at the landlord tenant office. Everything is paid there. So then February is just a matter of making more money and then paying down the credit card. So like the bill for Capital One will come out on February 18 for the due date of March 12th, and then money that comes in at the end of the month for the end of February, which is this budget down here. A lot of things on my spreadsheet. This budget down here is the February budget for next month, for March. So here's the thing about my budget. I do the current month and I do the next month. I already know roughly what will be spent a month ahead before the month begins, before the money is even here. The only thing I need to do is make sure the business, my self-employment, is making money so that it can pay down the credit cards, it can do the investing, it can do the saving, it can do the lifestyle. Otherwise, it's just literally 6 lines in the budget, which is all of housing, a little bit of groceries, a little bit of transportation, and a little bit of laundry. That's it. I need to be able to buy clothes. My clothes are now getting holes in it. Some stuff don't fit. The fabric is doing the weird fuzzy thing, which is not a good sign. That means I need to replace it. That's what February is for. Everything else in February we'll see at the end of the month. Like I said, tomorrow is my birthday, so it'd be a good idea to buy me a coffee for my birthday and celebrate my birthday. Um, yeah. And you know what? If it's not February and want to celebrate my birthday, that you can buy me a coffee too. That'd be fantastic. The reason, the thing with the buy me a coffee, I think I started it in 2022, and I'm just amazed and very appreciative when people buy me a coffee. The joy on my face when that happens, it sparks so much joy. And the spreadsheet. So the main attraction on the Ko-Fi store is the ODSP self-employment income exemption and income support reduction and deduction calculator that I made. It estimates what ODSP might take off of your check. We'll start there first because why not? So with that, I calculate it so I know exactly what to work towards in making money in a month and not get freaked out by ODSP cutting me off. Like, that is a big thing of people on ODSP. Like, here's the thing. ODSP is an entitlement when you're entitled to receive it and you're eligible to receive it. If you're making your own money, that is a good thing. You're allowed to you're allowed to take charge of your financial life. This spreadsheet right here, the self-employment earnings exemption income deduction reduction calculator that estimates what will happen, it prepares me. I made this for me. I share it because it works. Like last year December when we switched over from 200 to 1000 in 2023, it calculated the math properly. And then December when I made net profit like $437, it calculated the math properly. So for me, my financial journey, I need this spreadsheet. This is why I did it. I made it available because people were asking for it. Because, yeah. And I try to have all the information on it that you need to know while you're on ODSP and you're working self-employed. And self-employment is calculated different than if you had a job with an employer. So just that, the information for being self-employed and being on ODSP is completely different. So I made this spreadsheet so that you can have it. It's available in the Ko-Fi store. Get it. Yay. Buy me, wait, Ko-Fi store? Ko-Fi store? Ko-Fi store and buy me a coffee. Or a Ko-Fi shop. It's Ko-Fi shop. It's not Ko-Fi store. It's Ko-Fi. It's the Ko-Fi shop that it's on and the buy me a coffee extra page. There's like an extra page on buy me a coffee. It's there. If you want to see how and if you're not on ODSP and you want to see how the Ontario government calculates people's income on disability, have at it. See what you can do. Not a whole lot of places you need to touch. Your rent would be one category here. But if your rent is more than $1,593, it'll very quickly give you a negative number. That's just the way it is, because the government seems to think that shelter cost is $556. My rent is $960.45. Yeah. So, and it's market rent control. I love my rent control, but the government is not paying for it. So just things like, and then self-employment, and then I linked every section of the policy you need to pay attention to. It's like when people are like, oh, ODSP is going to cut me off. No. There is extended health benefits, section 9.10, and then there's transitional health benefit, section 9.19. Go read them. If you're making too much money, where ODSP reduces your income check. So typically a person on ODSP, their base amount, single person, no children, who's renting a place, like renting a place that's either market rent, not even, there's different rules for housing, there's different rules for board and lodging. Market rent, full amount, $1,308. If you work in the month and what was the rule again? New rule for earning and annual rate increases to tie to inflation. Okay, this is directly from the website ODSP. As of February 1st, 2023, if you are a person with a disability, you can earn up to $1,000 a month through employment or self-employment without it affecting your ODSP income support benefits or eligibility. This change will reflect in the March 2023 payment, and it did. So, you earn $1,000. Great. This is you earning $1,000. This first line right here. You earn $1,000. You're keeping your $308. They add $100. Then your next payment is $1,408 along with your $1,000. People forget you went and made $1,000. That is the threshold used to be $200. This number used to be 200, and then this used to calculate at 50% instead of 75%. Yeah. And then you go out and make more money. So this is a sweet spot in ODSP for me. Where was it? Oh, my numbers. Yeah, my numbers. It starts with my numbers. So you have, like, if you are on ODSP and you have this and you want to change it so that it shows your numbers, copy your pay stub, what it says. Like, this is my pay stub. I literally logged into my benefits and I copied this and I pasted it here. And then I added the lines at the bottom. I added the stuff at the bottom. But the top part, the details amount. So where it says details amount in my benefits, I went in and I copied that. And then I renamed all the stuff on details with links to the policy directive for each section of what they represent. So like basic needs, there's a section 6.1 basic needs, mandatory special necessities, section 9.112, shelter calculation 6.2, then special diet 6.4, work-related benefit 9.18, the pay direct utility and pay direct rent, that's the same section 10.1, and then recovery of overpayment 11.1. Then down at the bottom, oh, I need to add these two. So these two, this is supposed to be employment startup benefit, and then this is supposed to be the benefit for leaving ODSP. I need to find out where it is in the policy. Like, I know they say it in the working and earning on the ODSP program. There's a whole thing about leaving ODSP, and it says you could get $500 for leaving ODSP for paid work. Like, they do everything they can to support you. Is it small amounts of money? Yes. Should it be bigger? Yes. Should they separate people that can work and cannot work on ODSP? Yes. Because there's a huge, huge division of those on ODSP who are disabled and cannot work for the life of them, no matter what. I feel sorry for them. I really do. They need more support. Then there's another section of, I want to work. I want to take back my financial power. I want to have retirement income. I want to see if I can become a millionaire. I want to see my $100,000 get bigger. Like right now, my net worth is $72,299. I want to see that number get bigger. This spreadsheet, like I said, helps with that. And the budgets, like the buy me a coffee, it has an older version of the budget. I need to update the new version of the budget. So there's going to be 2 budget sheets in there. It has a network calculator. I'm going to add another one to make it easier, because when I use my budget here, dashboard is way simpler. It's just assets, debts, and net worth, and then it tracks in this little chart. That's it. Like, yeah. So yeah, this is the ODSP self-employment earning exemption deduction calculator. I went through it very fast. It's kind of a thing that you have to enter in the numbers, and calculate. If you make a copy, don't go download it and go play into the, click here, click duplicate, use the duplicate if you're going to punch in numbers and move stuff around. If you break it, you have to, I'm not going to fix it if you broke it. If you broke it, it's your thing. So if you broke it, if you get it, make a copy of it so you can play around with the numbers in it, because I'm not going to help you if you break it. I made it one time. I made it to work. I'm like it, and it took a long while to figure out the calculation formula. And this is not the full formula. There's actually they do another calculation if you have disability related expenses and if you have childcare work-related costs. This is what this wonderful box right here is for. Employment deductions for childcare and disability-related costs. Money or profit that you earn is considered income and may reduce the amount of income support you receive each month. However, ODSP lets you claim some of your childcare and disability-related costs as deductions from your earnings or profits before they reduce your income support. I don't have that calculation because I don't have that for myself. There's no child. There's no disability related extra supports that I pay for. Um, Even in school, school covers it. What school provides for disability supports, like they have a note taker, they have like the online classes, they could record it for me. There's extra tutoring. That's included in my tuition. So for people with a disability that have more costs in their disability supports, you need to add that in to the spreadsheet. That is something you have to keep track of. Keep track of all receipts. Disability can ask for receipts, invoices, bank statements, check your credit report, check your tax return at any time. So this keeps you in the rhythm of, you know your numbers, you keep records, do your best to live your life on disability. And one day, yeah, you could retire with dignity if you stay out of debt. This is why I say start with the Dave Ramsey baby steps. It really does get you in a rhythm of being in charge of your finances, and then having the ODSP calculator, because it just it's done so much for me in 5 6 years. Yeah, I can talk about it the whole time. It's not gonna help. This is the end of the video. We did the January budget, we did the February budget, we checked in on my net worth for January. We have the rest of February to do. Tomorrow is my birthday. I need to get this video up before my birthday happens, because February 11 is my birthday. You can, buy me a coffee and celebrate my birthday. That'd be fantastic. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.